My name's Groovy Sue and I'm a community artist. I got given the name about 20 years ago when I used to make hats, and they were made from recycled material, and inside there was a little label that said Recycled and Groovy Hats by Sue. So it's not a name I gave myself, but I'm very happy to have it because I'm self-employed and it's a really good way to be remembered. I'm half Swiss and half English, and I've lived here 20 years and this is the city that I've chosen to stay in. I love Oxford because I feel like it's a mini London in that it's totally multicultural. I get such a buzz of knowing there's people from all around the world here, and yet it's small enough to feel friendly and that you meet each other and you'll bump into people again. So that's what I love about this place. I'm a community artist because I'm really passionate about connecting with other people, and I think creativity is essential to human happiness, and I think it's something that we all do as children, and then somewhere along the way we stop doing it. And the reason why I love doing art with people is because I love the space that they get into when they're making, and often I think there's a lot of subtle therapy that kind of happens because people are just in a calm space and people start talking about their lives and stuff that's going on for them, and I just love that. So it ticks two boxes for me, the art and the people bit. Okay, this is the ark-t centre where I work. I'm really happy to have found a community space where I can do the kind of stuff I like to do. There's lots of fantastic stuff that happens here. Like I've mentioned, there's a dance studio, there's a music studio, and there's a fantastic cafe where women get a lot of opportunities to support each other. Lots of skills get shared. There's a knitting and sewing group. It's also a breastfeeding friendly cafe, and we do lots of activities to support mums who are isolated with their kids. And yeah, it's just a brilliant space, very friendly. I think I was born a feminist. I was born with a sense of justice. If something's not fair, equality grabs me. Equality is really important to me, and I also am a mother of two daughters, and I want them to grow up in a world that's fair to them and gives them equal opportunities to do stuff. And the job of feminism isn't over because we don't live in a fair and just society. Things aren't right. Something I am very keen on, though, is kind of men not thinking that feminism is something that's against them. Feminism is about liberating men too and making them realise that they are half living if they're not connected with their emotions and they're trying to be all hard and strong all the time, because that doesn't serve them well either. So it's a bit of a kind of mission for the world. It's for everyone. My 89-year-old friend Jean, who incidentally we crowned the Queen of Donington because she's lived in the area all her life, and she pointed out to me that in the past society was much more connected as a result of women staying at home, and so Monday was wash day and all the women would be out in the gardens and they would be connecting and chatting with each other. So that's something I find quite interesting, that I wouldn't want to not be liberated and living in the age that we're living in now. However, I do think society has lost something as a result of our lack of connectedness, and that is something that we have to work on and kind of somehow, all of us, men and women, work on sort of fixing. I guess we can support other women across the world, and I guess that's the liberation of the modern age and technology, is the opportunity for women to communicate with each other. And I think something particularly like filmmaking is an incredible way of doing that, because there's nothing more powerful, I believe, than visual stuff. I'm now a play worker up at ark-t as well. I'm recognising the importance of play, and so in terms of the future I want to encourage people to be more playful, and because there is a United Nations Charter, Article 31, about the right of the child to play, but I think that should be extended to everybody's right to play, because I think it's really therapeutic. And so in terms of the future, I think more play, more art, and more cups of tea is the future. There you go.
You are surprisingly tidy.
This is unrepresentative. at the ark-t, we keep evolving, and one of the things that really needs to happen up here is to have a dedicated space, community art space. Because at the moment, we run art, whenever we do any art workshops, we do it in the dance studio, and so much time is spent setting up and clearing away. And what we need is somewhere where we can splash paint around and clay, and it's fine. So these 3 sheds, the long-term plan is that we're going to convert it into one giant shed, which will be, it will just mean that paintwork can be left out to dry, and there'll be display space and storage for all resources, and it'll just mean that the community is able to get more creative, because they can dance here and they can make music here, but it's difficult to get creative stuff done. And we're looking for people to donate money to make this happen, because it will make the world a happier place if people are allowed to be creative. So help ark-t get some art happening.